Devin Haney? Vasily Lomachenko? Ryan Garcia? Who should George Kambosos, the unified lightweight champion of the world, take on next after his impeccable performance over Teofimo Lopez, where he crushed so many hearts, where he was the epitome of an underdog rising to the occasion in the biggest moment of his career? Who does he fight next? Listen, whoever he fights next has to come to his house. He's earned that right. You fight Kambosos, you got to go to Australia to fight Kambosos. You got to see him over there in Australia if you want those 4 belts. And all 3 of these guys, Devin Haney, Vasily Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia, are guys that I believe are willing to take on this fight. Because even though Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez and looked damn good in doing it, a lot of people might think this was just a fluke. A lot of people might think that against a consistently elite fighter and Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney, who's getting there for me, Ryan Garcia, who's a little bit lower but still dangerous. A lot of people might think that these guys might be the answer to the Kambosos riddle. But we got to pick one. We got to make a prediction as to one person George Kambosos is going to fight. And I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments below. But for me, I think the best choice if I'm managing George Kambosos, I think number 1 is Ryan Garcia. He's a big name. He's going to come with big money. And I think he's the least accomplished and at this time skilled and talented of the 3, because I would put him close to the level of a Devin Haney, but I just think he's been inconsistent. But I think he brings a lot of attention, potentially. As much attention as a Devin Haney does, maybe a little bit more, if I'm being honest. I think second place in the sweepstakes, I got to go with Devin Haney, because I think he's good, because I think he's young, because I think he's smart, because I think he knows what he's doing in there. But I think Lomachenko is the hardest fight. Lomachenko is the hardest fight. Listen, guys, we got to be honest with ourselves. Lomachenko, versus Teofimo, in my eyes, was still kind of a draw. It was a toss-up fight. And I haven't really seen Lomachenko lose a fight convincingly. Never. Even that first Orlando Salido fight way back when, I had issues with that. He got hit in the balls 100 times. So, who wins the sweepstakes for Georgie Kambosos? Man, I think Ryan Garcia, if I'm managing Kambosos, is the fight that I want to get for him to prolong his money. But I think that the one he's going to choose is Devin Haney. It's either going to be Devin Haney because he's active and they can make the fight happen easily, seemingly. I think he can make it easy with any of them, but Haney will know he's the B-side. They all should know they're the B-side, but Haney will definitely know he's the B-side. Haney's not as good as Lomachenko, but he's been consistent. It'll be a real good, solid win if Kambosos can beat him. I think Lomachenko is just too much at this point. I would at least want to get that Haney fight to kind of solidify myself, solidify my confidence. And, I would say Garcia would be number 1 instead of Haney, but I just, I don't know if he's consistent enough. I don't even know if that fight would get made. He's going through some mental stuff right now. I totally understand that. There's a lot of stress in these sports. Combat sports is all stress, and nobody knows it better than me. I got FightersRep 12 coming up February 18th. You guys, we've got at least 14 or 15 fights at this point. We just had one drop out. So I would say around 14 or 15 fights at this point. Action-packed pure kickboxing. The way you support the channel and support these fighters and support me in building the sport and building this community, the most educated fight community in the world, is by joining the channel and subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting and sharing. That's the way you help me. And also any money that you donate. When you join the channel, you get to watch our fights for free. It's $9.99 a month. When you get your t-shirts, in the link below, you get your merch in the links below. You buy tickets in the links below. That's how you support me That's how you support Fighters Rep. That's how you support this collective dream to build kickboxing into something special, man. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about who you think Georgie Kambosos is fighting next. Let me know. I look forward to it.